Welcome in everybody to the Pony Sports NIL interview series, and we're excited to sign and partner with the young Mustang wide receiver Dylan Goffney, who played at Cypress Bridgeland. Please follow us on Twitter at Pony Sports DTX and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. A sponsor for this interview wants us to give a special shout out to Scott Scripps. So shout out to Scott here, but let's welcome in Dylan, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so talk to me about what it means to be able to sign an NIL deal and make money off your name, image, and likeness.
It's pretty big, honestly. Going from high school to college, I never thought I'd be able to make money this early, actually. It's always been like once you're in college, you really don't really make money, and then you have to work hard and go to the NFL, and that's how you really start to get paid, stuff like that. So it's kind of exciting. I mean, been looking forward to it, but, it's got to keep going.
For sure. And with all the coaching turnover, tell me your initial thoughts on Coach Lashley.
Great guy. I liked how he really, when he first came to talk to us, he said he made it about us. He wasn't worried about recruits or anything or coaching. He wanted to get in and talk to the whole team and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty good. It kind of made a good first impression, first time seeing him, meeting him.
Awesome. Did you know him at all before he was introduced to the team?
I didn't know anything about him. I've talked to a few players about him who were there when he was here, and they said he was a cool guy. So I knew like a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you broke onto the scene during the UCF win with 10 catches and 88 yards. What led to that late season surge in playing time and production?
So basically throughout the year, it was kind of just a gradual uphill grind, getting there. And then in the UCF game, Danny had got hurt. He had hurt his ankle. So I was the next up in line. So I just took it as my opportunity to step up and, play.
And how did you see that transition from the high school to the college game? Is it started to slow down for you, or what is the big difference you've seen between playing in high school and college?
Big difference really is the size. Like the players are much bigger in high school. It's a little bit faster, but that comes with over time, I guess. So it kind of started to slow down once I started to get the hang of things, started getting the groove. But the one thing that really stuck out was how big players are and stuff like that.
For sure. And how much did it help being able to go through spring practice before enrolling in the fall?
That helped a lot. It helped me get the playbook down, pretty easily and stuff like that. Helped me figure out what practice was going to be like in fall camp and everything. So it kind of just prepared me for what was to come.
For sure. And being from the Houston area, what really stood out to SMU when you were being recruited?
What really stood out, I kind of liked how when I first got here in first visited in 2019, it kind of felt like a home. It felt relaxed and stuff like that. And Coach Dex and Coach Cos talked to me, telling me about what could happen if I came here and stuff. And I kind of liked that. And it really just felt like a second home when I came.
Sure. And I guess I have to ask the question, how caught off guard were you by the Sonny Dykes to TCU deal?
I wouldn't say I was that caught off guard. And like a part of me kind of felt something was going to happen once they said Coach Patterson had left TCU. And it just kind of felt weird. And like me and my teammates were talking about it throughout the weeks and stuff like that. We were still focusing on everything, but there's just a lingering thing that was going on. And we just kept talking about it, and it just kind of worked out that way.
And did you have any emotions kind of after the TCU game, or not after the TCU game, but after the Tulsa game to, just kind of with the coaches leaving, there was going to be some staff turnover here at SMU?
I mean, kind of, but at the same time, not really, because it was only my first year here. Like, yeah, sure, they recruited me and everything like that. And like, I'm grateful for them recruiting me and getting me here. But at the same time, I've been here for a year. So we were just starting to get a bond. So it wasn't really as big as like the older guys who've been here for 3 years, who've known them, who've gone through a lot with them. They've brought SMU from the bottom back to the top. So kind of yes and no at the same time.
Sure. No, that's totally understandable. Do you think there will be a little bit of a, extra chip in that rivalry game, next year when you play TCU?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like all of SMU is going to go crazy and stuff, and especially if we get the win, it'll be even better.
Yeah, I've been talking with a bunch of people, and I can't imagine it won't be the craziest game I've ever seen it for. I'm sure that one will be just packed sellout, which is something that's been a long time coming on that. So hopefully a win there can maybe propel that into being the usual for you guys.
Yeah, it'll be exciting.
Yeah. So I have a question for you is how do Houston kids, being from Houston, view SMU as a program?
We see it as a good program and everything like that. I remember sophomore year, so when they first started talking to me in junior year, I was very excited because, even though it's a good school, big college and everything like that, and football wise, I guess I was just very excited to be recruited by them and everything with Coach Dykes coming in. And then once I saw Preston and everything, it kind of really just made it even better. Like it just made the place 10 times better like that. But I guess we see it as it's just a big school like D1 college, how we ever see every other school, when the school's talking to you, everyone gets excited. It's just a good thing.
And what sort of relationship have you built with your fellow freshman quarterback in Preston Stone?
Good relationship. It's one of my best friends here, actually. We talk a lot. And when we first got here, we still do stuff, like we still go to lunch and everything. And at one point before I started playing, we were doing really good in practice. It's kind of felt like we were building that chemistry that the receiver and quarterback should have. So it's been going well.
Yeah, I know that y'all are a duo that every SMU fan's excited to see unleashed in the near future. So what NFL receiver would you say you model your game after?
I would like to say AJ Brown and Jarvis Landry because I've started to figure out, like, even though I'm not the fastest and I can still like play receiver and stuff like that. And I know they aren't the fastest either, but they're still big body receivers. They got run after the catch ability, great hands and stuff like that. So I kind of see myself in them.
Those are good comparisons. And what would you say the strength of your game is at wide receiver?
Probably my hands and run after catch ability.
Right. Now, what would you think you need to work on the most in the offseason to get to be the player you want to be next season?
Probably get a little bit bigger, just a little bit, not too big because I want to be slow, but then especially get faster. That's like been my main goal for a few years now, and I've been working hard for it.
Yeah, no one wants to see a hulking like Eddie Lacy looking guy running out there receiver.
Yeah, no, that's the last thing I want.
Yeah, well, so what is one thing that Mustang fans probably don't know about you?
Let me see. I guess I just started to watch this TV show that's really good, and I'm also left-handed.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do you
left.
like right and throw and everything left-handed?
Yeah, I do. I can do that. But what's also weird is, like, I used to play baseball and stuff, but I used to be a switch hitter, so I'm kind of ambidextrous. But like when it comes to throwing and stuff, I'll throw with my left and then I'll kick with my right, like in soccer.
Oh, wow. That is interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So do you have any weird football superstitions?
Superstition is, so, like, for some reason before games, I'll listen to rap music like once I get closer to the game, but like all day before the game, I try to like keep myself calm. So I'll listen to like R&B music and just soul music just to keep me relaxed and stuff, so I don't have the nerves and the jitters. I do that like before every game now.
Very cool. Very cool. And so what defensive back on the team would you say is the most difficult one to beat one-on-one in practice?
I'll probably say Brandon Crossley, B Cross. He's probably one of the most difficult ones, or Jahari Rogers.
What makes them so difficult?
They're patient. So like when you make moves at the line, they don't really go anywhere. So you have to make a few moves, or you have to go somewhere to get them to go there. So their patience is really annoying.
Yeah, I could see that. And who would you say is the most difficult guy on the team to block from the receiver position?
To block, probably Jadarius Thursby. He's like a little pest kind of, but he's good at what he does though, because he always finds a way to make it seem like he's about to go here and then goes there, so then you'll miss him and stuff like that. But he's really good at what he does.
All right, that's good to know. And who would you say is the biggest trash talker on the defense?
Oh, B Cross, Brandon Crosby, without a doubt.
Is he getting in your ear all the time when you're running?
Everyone's here. He's anytime. It's anybody. Me. It could be anybody. The quarterback, the defensive line, the tackle. Even when he's not on the field, he's on the sideline. Someone messes up. He's like, oh, he's always letting them hear it.
Does that get y'all fired up during the game when he's on your side?
Definitely, yeah. I love to see it, especially from the sideline, because it's kind of funny to me, because I kind of like get some humor out of it, because he's a funny guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure. Who would you say is the biggest trash talker on the offense?
The offense, honestly, it would probably be Danny. He's leaving. He was a pretty big trash talker at practice, but it's really once the defense starts it. We really don't start the trash talk that much unless something big happens, but it's probably Danny.
All right. I could see that for sure. Who would you say is the best and the worst dancer on the team?
Worst dancer. The worst dancer would probably be my friend Carter Campbell. Guy can't not dance. He's okay, but he's really good at a receiver too. We built our connection over this summer, but he's pretty bad at dancing. And probably a good dancer probably be Reggie. Reggie's a good dancer too.
All right. I've heard a lot of Reggie and Do as good dancers, and I've heard a lot of Rashiz as a bad dancer.
I haven't seen Rashid dance, but I don't know. But I know Reggie for sure can dance.
All right. And if someone was going to miss the bus to a road game, who do you think it would be?
Let me think. That's a good question. Someone who missed the bus. I don't know. I don't think any of us would miss the bus because I don't think any of us ever been late because I guess when Cause was here, he really just instilled us if we're ever late, this big punishment and stuff like that. I don't think anybody would ever just miss it. But yeah, I don't think anybody would.
Well, that's great to hear. You love that commitment there. And
Yeah.
the last question for you is if Hollywood made a movie about your life, who would you want to see play the lead role?
Michael B. Jordan.
All right, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, he looked good running receiver routes out there.
I
So
feel like he would do a pretty good job. Yeah.
awesome. Awesome. Well, that's all we have here today with Dylan Goffney. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this interview, just wait until the spring when Dylan joins us again to discuss spring ball. But please tune in over the next few weeks as we continue our NIL interview series. If you didn't check out our first group of interviews, go check them out on Twitter or YouTube at Pony Sports DTX. But for now, we're signing off so we can get Dylan paid. Thanks for joining us, Dylan.
Thank you for having me.